So what I'm going to be doing is sharing a series of questions for you to think through in order to define what authenticity means for you, so that then you can take a planned approach to applying or being authentic when you feel it's right for you to be so. The thing I would say about authenticity is the most important thing is to keep yourself psychologically and physically safe. And that should be an overriding thought for yourself. And it was an overriding thought for myself as I developed these slides. One of the things I think it's really important that we proactively do is define our values. Now, many of us who've done management training will have done those really flimsy exercises where someone gives you a piece of paper with loads of values on it and says, oh, pick the ones that resonate with you the most. And then you end up with a little list and you think, oh, okay, I know my values now. That's not values. Values are how do you behave and react in situations of high stress. That's when you know what your values really are. And your values, when you look at it through that lens, may not be the values you want to exhibit. They may be the values that you've been led into exhibiting just because of past life experiences at work and otherwise. So it's a much deeper exercise. And when we do, those of you who join us on the Next Level Leadership Program, we'll do some deep work to really identify what those values are and who you really are as a person and what matters to you. There's something, once you know your values, you can then begin to really define what aspects of yourself do you want to bring to work. You are under no obligation to bring your whole self to work. You can choose what you bring to work. And so there's something about making a conscious choice about that. And really think about how being authentic at work relates to your values in really practical terms. When do you and don't you speak up? Who do you and don't you form relationships with? What projects do you and don't you take on if where you have the flexibility to choose? Those things really matter, but unless you know your values, you don't know how to do that. It is also quite important to answer the question, why does being authentic matter to you? Why is it relevant? Because that answer to that question will be different for everyone on this call and everyone in the world. It will be different because for some people, being authentic doesn't actually matter. What matters is they get a holiday in their career. I'm not judging them, by the way, because I think that's absolutely legitimate. And actually, that's what they care about. And they want the big fat salary and the big fat job title. So at work, authenticity doesn't matter because when they're home, they can be as authentic as they like. So understanding why being authentic matters to you is really, really important. And really thinking quite specifically about, are there aspects of your authentic self that you would share with some people but not share with others, and being really precise about who those people are and what it is that you would and wouldn't share with them. It's also